Hi everyone, it's Christy. Welcome back. We're doing Frugal February, so we're talking about 28 different household items you can use in your junk journal or other crafting projects. And I thought long and hard about whether to include this one or not, but I think everyone probably has a printer in their home. And the reason I debated on it was like, well, the printer isn't something you put in your journal. But since everyone pretty much has access to a printer, I decided, yeah, okay, I'll include a printer. Now, obviously, printer can print out text, and these are a couple text items, scripture passages that I printed out, and I'm gonna tuck them in my journal when pretty soon here. But you can also print out pictures, and the internet is full of free pictures. You can go to a site like these came off of Pixabay. These were AI generated pictures, but you can either generate them yourself through one of the AI software tools available online, or just go to a place like Pixabay and they have lots of these AI generated pictures that are already done for you, and you can just download them for free. So these are ones I had printed out when I was first making the journal, and they ended up being a little bit too small to put on the cover. And so I've had these laying on my desk, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to use them in the fronts of the journal sections to make pockets. So I'm going to start with this one, because she matches the colors kind of for this first section. And I'm going to glue it. Let me get back in the frame here. I'm going to glue it into the cover of this signature. But I'm going to, with a twist, I'm going to take my scissors and kind of make a scallop to cover. You'll see. I'm going to trace around her hat with my scissors so that it's not just a big old square, but it has maybe a little bit more, a little more personality. Debating on whether to cut around the whole flower or just go off to the edge. I should have grabbed my smaller scissors. Okay, so now I've cut around the top of her hat, and so that will make a nice little pocket here on the front cover. So let me grab the glue. And as usual, I'm going to use my Fabrifix. You can certainly use a white wet glue here. And if you're careful, you can even use a glue stick. A glue stick's maybe not going to have the stain power to put, to bear a whole lot of weight for when you're putting things in and out of the pocket. So you can use a glue stick if you're not going to be in and out of the pocket a whole lot. And I'm just running a thin strip of glue down here. Get a little bit off the edge there. Okay. Oh, I forgot to ink her up. Let me see if I can do this real quickly. I was going to ink around the edge after I cut her out. Open my... We'll see if I can do this without getting glue all over my dauber. Okay. Those are the sides that are not inked, so let's see if I can get around the inky sides without getting... Not bad, not bad. Good save. Good save. Alright. Cut that just in the nick of time. And it wouldn't have been the end of the world if I forgot, but it just helps her pop out a little bit from that white background a little better if I ink around the edge. And this is just to help smash down the glue. Trying to make sure there's no just to make sure that that the glue, any leftover glue doesn't stick to my fabric cover, I'm going to put a paper behind it just for now, till that dries a little bit. Okay, so going over to my next signature. A signature is each little booklet within the overall book is called a signature, in case you didn't know that. Okay, so for this one, this is the same image I used on the cover, and she kind of matches this theme right here. So I'm going to cut around her hat again. I'm going to switch scissors too. And where are they? There we go. These are just a little bit, they're shorter and they're going to be a little bit easier to get in and out of these little there we go. A little bit better for getting in these tight corners. Okay, so there she goes. We're going to ink around her this time, so I don't forget. And the ink helps take off that white edge. Most paper is going to have a white edge to it. All right. And so I'm going to glue down this side and this side, L-shaped. Come on. Getting the glue bubble because it started to dry. There we go. And I'm just going to wipe off that edge because it kind of started to go over the edge already. This corner is wanting to pop up just a little bit, so I'm going to help by holding it down for just a few seconds. It wasn't bad. I was just checking to make sure there wasn't any glue overage that was seeping out. So, and I think that's going to grab okay there. Okay, 2 down. And where am I at here? So this cover has some of this light blue in it, so I'm going to go with her. She's in the snow with a stork. I guess that's a stork. It's got long legs. I don't know what else it would be. A whimsical bird. We'll call it that, okay? And so she's going to go here. But again, I just want to avoid this look, and give it a softer edge. So I'm going to just kind of whimsically cut out. I don't have a hat to trace around this time, so I'm going to kind of just wing it. Let me get that out of the way. I'm having a little bit of trouble. Let me raise the camera just a smidge so I have a little more room to work here. Nope, wrong scissors. Yeah, I think the big scissors will work for this. Okay, so I'm going to kind of follow the angle of the bird. Come up here. She's got some big feathers or something in her hair, and I'm just going to go like that. I'm going to round this corner a little bit more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Could have gone a little bit less severe right there, but that's okay. And save these printed parts. They can be used in other ways, like for collage. Okay, ink. Had a moment of hesitation where I thought about using blue to outline it in blue, but I'm going to stick with the brown just to make it all consistent. Ooh, I like this one. I've had a little bit too much winter this year, though. I don't know how it is where you are, but let me see. Let me wake up my computer. It is currently 23 below zero Fahrenheit, where I live, right now, at this very moment. 23 below zero. And it's been cold like this for a month. Okay. So yes, I am ready to be done with winter for the year. Okay. A little bit of glue overage that I'm just rubbing off. It's a silicone glue, and so it's really easy to roll it into a ball, you know, like the old rubber cement. Watch that. It's just rubbing into little balls when I rub it. So if you do get a glue overage, just you can quickly rub it off into where it doesn't even show. Okay, I think that's good. Now I've got one more image. I'm going to put it in the back cover here. And so this is the same girl. So I'm going to come down this way. Okay. Yep, I like that. Ink around her. Okay. Alrighty. Back to the glue. Alright. And I'm just putting this back here because I don't want any glue overage to get onto the fabric cover. If you get this, the silicone glue is great if you get it, you know, a little overage onto another paper, but if you get it onto the fabric, it's not going to just roll up in a little ball off of fabric. So that's why I'm taking extra precaution as it approaches or backs up against a piece of fabric. Okay. Oh yeah, that's on there. Alright. Let me cap my glue. Then we're gonna close my ink. And that should be fine. It didn't have any overage. Let me just make sure, yeah. Okay. All is well there. So now I have these lovely little tuck spots. So this printed passage from 1 Corinthians 13, I can just tuck right in behind her. Look at that. And the same with that one. Easy little tucks. You can tuck all kinds of things in here. And that's all I have that's within reach. But you get the idea, that now you have these nice little pockets that you can tuck things in. Easy peasy. And I wanted to make the point that printing things on your printer, a lot of people go out and buy cutouts, Tim Holtz things, different pre-made doodads. And that's fine. I'm not going to criticize that per se. But when that's not cheap, printing a few things on your own is going to be cheaper in the long run, in most cases, But so not only is buying those kinds of things not cheap, but it's also limits your creativity to whatever comes in the package, right? And so I find if I have things like that, that I get in a rut really quick because I'm limiting myself to whatever someone else designed, or whatever style someone else thinks I should be using. Okay? And quite frankly, a lot of the styles of those types of things don't really appeal to me. I'm not into the vintage type stuff, typically. And so one advantage of using your printer is that it's cheaper, and you also get to play with the styles that you like by finding the artwork that you like to use. And so there you go. 2 solid reasons for using your printer and making it part of your junk journal adventure, okay? And I say junk journal, I mean any type of crafting too. This is certainly something that could be applied with making greeting cards and a whole bunch of other, art journal, whatever your little thing, whatever your preference of crafting is, okay? All right, well, thank you for spending a few moments with me. I appreciate you taking the time to be here. God bless you, I love you, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye.